brothers put Joliet, Illinois on the map. Tonight, someone will steer his or her way into the town's other famous landmark, Chicagoland Speedway's Victory Lane. This town, this night, this crowd, the summer heat wave continues, and it's now time to go trucking.
Hello racefans! Nu är det dags för ett nytt race i NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. Det är säsongens 10:e race av de 22. Det heter American Ethanol 225 och det kommer direkt till er ifrån Chicagoland Speedway i Joliet, Illinois. Och truckserien är just nu jämnare och mer spännande än någonsin.
Just about an hour ago. This is the last off weekend for Sprint Cup Series teams, and while those drivers are vacationing in Europe and lounging on the beach, well, these drivers are getting ready to sweat it out. Not only will we be telling you where your favorite driver starts and why he or she is a contender in this race, here's what else we will be showing you over the next half hour. Matt Crafton and Travis Pastrana came to Chicago early. They are good friends away from the track. Would that relationship still stand after a night racing on the dirt? And Parker Kligerman shows us how his sponsor helped him get out of a jam and how, well, it can help you too. Plus, there are many layers to the Onion's career, but tonight, Todd Bodine will do something nobody else in NASCAR has ever done. But up first, Ray Dunlap and Hermie Sadler will be covering the pits. So, Ray, I am looking for the wow factor. Who or what is impressing you right now?
Well, Krista, when you think about it, we've had 9 races so far this season in the Camping World Truck Series with 8 different winners. That's a wow factor to me. But I have to look at Red Horse Racing. Imagine being Tom DeLoach right now. What a season this team has already had in 2012. They kick it off in Daytona with a very big surprise win from John King. The rains came at Dover and Todd Bodine got another victory for the Onion. And Timothy Peters with an emotional win last weekend in Iowa. So 3 drivers contracted to drive for Red Horse this year and 3 in Victory Lane already with Timothy Peters at the top of the points. I think that's the big story so far in 2012. How about you, Hermie?
Well, Ray, there's going to be a lot of cool milestones that are going to be reached in tonight's race here at Chicagoland. But to me, one that's very, very impressive is that of David Starr. Tonight is his 300th career start in the Camping World Truck Series, and it has not always been easy. David Starr has always been a driver that's done whatever he had to do to get to the racetrack, and every lap he's on the racetrack gets the absolute most out of his equipment. He's got 4 career wins, but that doesn't begin to tell the story of what David Starr has meant to the Camping World Truck Series. David Starr hopes this race tonight, start number 300, will lead him to more starts and more victories in the future. Krista?
Thanks, Hermie. You know, I think the JLs have looked strong. Justin Lofton, this is his truck right behind me. He starts on the pole. Jason Leffler has also been good in practice. And Leffler will soon have a new teammate. Kyle Busch announcing that he will field a second truck for 4 races this season with 3-time NASCAR Mexico Series champion Herman Quiroga behind the wheel. From one champion to our championship fight here in the Truck Series, only one change among the top 10 in points as Joey Coulter and Ron Hornaday flip-flop positions. 4th through 9th are separated by only 29 points. This is tight, and with the win last week, Timothy Peters pads his lead. He is now 12 points up on Justin Lofton. We have a lot more still to come. Coming up on the setup, Matt Crafton is on a roll with 4 straight top 10 finishes, but it was a different kind of roll he was trying to avoid 2 days ago when he agreed to drive for his friend Travis Pastrana. We will show you. And when there are only 25 or so races a year, 200 starts in the Truck Series, impressive. Add 200 more and 200 more. You come up with a lot of memories.
To be able to do it twice, you know, it was validation for the first one that we didn't luck into it. We earned it, and we earned the second one.
Everything for the RV lifestyle, including RVs, accessories, warranties, insurance, and roadside assistance. By eHarmony.com, where dates have a chance of becoming something more. And by Mobil 1, the world's leading synthetic motor oil brand, Mobil 1. is a milestone night for Todd Bodine. See those stickers? 200 starts in the Truck Series to go along with his over 200 and then some in both of NASCAR's other top divisions. The only driver to hit that mark in all three series. Welcome back to Chicagoland. So in perspective, what makes the number 200 special? Well, it's the amount of money collected when you pass go in Monopoly. It's a desired benchmark for cholesterol levels. And of course, it's the number of races won by the King. That's a lot of memories and a lot of hardware. Recently, Todd Bodine shared both with Ray Dunlap.
This weekend at Chicagoland Speedway, Todd Bodine makes his 200th start in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series and becomes the first driver ever in NASCAR to have more than 200 starts in all three divisions. That's quite an accomplishment, Todd.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of that. You know, I guess it means I've been around a while and a little diversified to be able to do it in all three divisions.
Okay, we've got trophies all over the place here at your outdoor patio. I want to know, what are some of your favorites?
Well, obviously, the most favorite is the championship trophy. You know, it's hard to get a championship in any series, any division, but this one was special because it was the first one for our family. Jeff and Brett and myself have been in this sport our whole lives. It's all we've ever done. Jeff and Brett came close. They had a lot of seconds and a lot of wins and did a lot for the sport along the way, but this is the one championship that we got as a family.
And then a couple years later, you work it out to have two of them. You got two on the same table. That's pretty cool.
The second one was kind of like validation for the first one. You know, you go out and you win the first one. Not everybody can do it, but, you know, you can luck up. You can get lucky and get some wins and get a championship. But the second one, to be able to do it twice, you know, it was validation for the first one that we didn't luck into it. We earned it, and we earned the second one.
Check out this trophy right here. This one's pretty old. Let me get the history about this.
This trophy is my very first trophy, my very first win, Dover Down Speedway, 91. I was running third with 3 laps to go. Ernie Irvin was leading, Davey Allison was second, and Ernie blew a motor going into turn 3. Davey and myself came around, got the yellow flag.
What are you thinking at this point? You think you got a shot?
Well, at this point, it's going to end under yellow.
Okay.
And I was deathly sick with food poisoning. So I'm like, thank goodness this thing's over. I can relax. We come around, get the yellow. Pace car picks us up, make one lap. We're going to come down and get the white flag with the yellow flag. Davey goes down to the bottom of the racetrack, and I follow him down there. I thought maybe something was in the track. Well, he ended up stopping. I went around him. I'm behind the pace car taking the white flag. Davey ran out of gas. So that was my first win. A guy blew up, and a guy ran out of gas to give me the win.
Sometimes they come lucky, but sometimes they're really hard-earned, like this one right here from Rockingham.
Yeah, this was pretty cool. This was the 3-wide win with Johnny Benson and Mike Wallace. They were racing real hard for the win. Benson was second, Mike was leading, and I think they kind of forgot I was back there. And we went into 3, and Johnny went to the outside of Mike, and Mike moved up to block him, and I drove underneath him, and we came across the start-finish line 3 wide for the win.
Tell me about Texas, and we don't have room to bring up all those Texas trophies, but each of those a special memory, and each of those wins kind of came in a different way.
Yeah, there was times at Texas that we just went out and dominated. Had the truck to absolutely beat, and there was times we got lucky. Most proud of getting 6 wins at a racetrack. That's pretty hard to do, and you know, Texas has been very good to me.
Couple of championship trophies there that I know are very special. Some of your favorites, a whole pile of them back here. All the wins, all the money, all those memories, all of that part is cool. But when you look back on it, how long do you think you would race, and when will you know if it's the right time to say, I've done it all, I've accomplished what all I can?
Well, that's a great question, Ray. You know, you look at a guy like Morgan Shepherd, who's actually in his 70s now and still racing, still enjoying it. As long as you're having fun and you're enjoying it, you want to keep going. As a racer, you can never not. You always wait. You can't wait for the next race. You got to get there. You know, we're done with last week, and let's go to the next one. Let's get it going. You know, I'm 48 years old. I'm no spring chicken, but I think I got another 10 years at least.
Congratulations on the great numbers, and from all of us on the truck team, congratulations on 200 starts in every division. Nobody else has ever done it.
It is so impressive, and so are the rest of Todd Bodine's career numbers. 766 total starts in NASCAR's top 3 divisions. He is 20th all-time in Premier Series starts. He also has 37 wins among those 3 series, 22 wins right here in the Truck Series. And by the way, 200 is also the temperature of cork glue on plasma phase transition. Bet you didn't know that. Did you know also that Matt Clark will check in on Brickyard preparation at Stewart Haas? Plus, the next generation of stars from the K&N series will be on Race Hub. That's Monday, 6 Eastern, only on Speed. Coming up next here on the setup, Matt Crafton had Truck Series driver Justin Lofton spotting for him Thursday night. Normally these two are competitors, but that wasn't what had Crafton concerned.
You did a little cheating because I had my truck set up for yesterday, and by the way, hold on, before you had told me that you had never done this before.
Also coming up, Parker Kligerman, a busy guy here in Chicago. We found him in another race this week. We will show you what he was up to when the setup returns.